Okay, are we up? I think we are. Let's see. Da, 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 da. Okay, okay. And yes. Okay, we are up. Hey there, everyone. A bit 5, 7, 8, 9 here. So yeah, I have no clue what happened last time. Um, all I know is that something really bad happened, and I don't want to stay on this for too much longer. So let's just go ahead and figure out the rest of what we need, right? So that we're not simply sitting here. Because I don't think that's going to be a good idea. Not after what happened before. Okay, so we can do that. Or, you know what? I think that's going to be good. Oop, let's head on over to a brown. That's going to be up here. Yeah, let's go for a light brown. We're going to say water tanks probably need to go here. Wait, no, 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 no. Let's push it up one. Still off-centered, but nothing to do about it, unfortunately. Okay, so da da. Okay, sorry, just double checking something. Uh, you know what? Let's just do this. I think this is gonna be good. So we're gonna have the ovens there, that there, that there. This will just have to be fine. It'll just have to be fine. We can also push those up if necessary. So yeah. Okay. Well, with that in mind, let's go ahead and head on back in. Hopefully, nothing crashes. That would be nice. Uh, did it save everything? I think so, yeah. Okay. So, all right, so let's go ahead, figure this out. There, let's remove, whoop, these just for now. And, oh no, did not mean to do that. And of course we're out of stone. Go figure. Go figure. All right, let's those in there. Oh, let me pull that up. I know I need to fix the walls again. We're going to wait. Right now, getting the machinery up is going to be a little bit more important, I think. Oh, I did have a little bit of stone. All right. So we'll fix walls later. Uh, I'm just going to do that. And let's say that this is going to be the entranceway, right? That's 5, 3, 5. So right there. There, there, there. Need one more. And we have 30 more. Works for me. So this is going to be the entryway. We're going to go to over here. Mm, well, rip a piece of stone. All right, so there. Then we're going to do something like this. Okay, yeah, so if this is here, that means I do need probably a wall here. Nah, come on. All right, just so I know the boundaries. Okay, so we're gonna want the oven over here, right? So let's go ahead. Oh wait, no, 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 no. Sorry, that's the entryway. We want the ovens here. Oh, not there. Now, theoretically, we should just be able to do this, right? And now things get a little bit trickier. Um, so what all of the buses and whatnot can be shared? Um, well, first things first, we already know some of these, like that is going to have to be uh, the casing because there's no way for us to access it. Likewise, I think that basically all of that has to be casing. There's just no way for us to access that, which still gives us plenty of casing, thankfully. So we have an in. All right, let me get this a little bit sorted. Input hatch, input bus, output hatch, energy hatch, output bus, maintenance hatch, muffler hatch. Okay, so multi-block sharing disabled, enabled. Okay, so we can't, so this can't be, right? So that automatically just takes it out. Now, the muffler hatch. I think this would be decent to share. Energy hatch. No, they need to be separate. Um, obviously the actual ovens need to be separate. Um, outputs hatch can probably be put together. Input hatch. No, that can stay separate. Input bus can stay separate. Output bus can stay separate. That definitely needs to stay separate. Okay, so we're gonna do the muffler hatch and the output hatch. So let's put the muffler hatch. Yeah, let's put output hatch here. Muffler hatch to go here. So now we need two more that are going to be shared, though. Well, not necessarily. We do have casing. Um, actually, on that note, let's go ahead and do this. So that's the output hatch. I think it makes sense for this to also be the output bus, I guess. And then we can put inputs toward the front. Uh, sure. Maintenance hatch definitely needs to be accessible. Okay, and I guess we can just put a casing there. Sure. So muffler hatch needs to go here. Then I guess let's just put the maintenance hatch there. Ba, 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 ba. Oh wait, no. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. So let's put energy hatch here, right? Because if that's the muffler, this is an LV energy hatch. Let me actually check really quickly. LV energy hatch. This thing takes up to 2 amps of 32 EU in. So that is enough to run these. Uh, so theoretically, we could do one MV hatch. No. You know what? We already have this. Let's just keep it for now. All right, which means an input hatch. Ooh, I will do one thing though. No, no, muffler needs to. This is gonna be so weird. All right, input hatch. Rip. Input bus. Input hatch. Casing, 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 casing. So I'm thinking something like this. Let's see if this actually works. Yay, it works. Okay. And now we just mirror that on this side, which means we're going to need an output bus, an energy hatch, an input bus, an input hatch, and another maintenance hatch. Alongside a bit more machine casing, quite possibly. So that's going to go there. That's machine casing there. I guess technically this is accessible, but meh. There and there. Okay. And then obviously the Pyrolyze oven will go there. So actually, let me record these. I need to start doing this. Hatches. Input hatch. Output hatch. Energy hatch. No, we already have that. And then we need input, if I can spell buses right. We need input bus, output bus. Easy. Okay. So let's go get these made. Hopefully it won't take too long. Ba, 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 ba. Oop, actually, sorry, hold on 1 second. Okay, and I'm back. Okay, so let's start with, or let's just see. Obviously, we're going to need 5 LV machine holes. Each is going to be 8 steel. Yay. Well, 8 times 5 equals a lot of steel. The steel hull, I'd do anything with this. Pulverize it into 8 steel dust. You send it through an arc furnace to get the 8 ingots back. And it's used for facade. Okay, we're gonna send this through the arc furnace. It is high time we did. So that's one of them down. In terms of steel, we're actually a little bit okay, but we still need a lot more. We're out of steam, which does mean production is down. We're still okay in terms of wood tar, though I don't know for how much longer. So we probably do want to somewhat hurry. Okay, there. That's going to be 4, and there's 5. Okay, so that's that. Now, what else do we need? We need 2 tin cables. Oh, wow, these are so cheap. Okay, so we need 2 tin cables alongside this. Somehow this doesn't feel right being that cheap. Not after everything we've been through. Let's see. Oh, wait, no, we're gonna need more. All right. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. We just need 2 chests, 2 pieces of glass. Boom, boom. Do we have any chests? We have 1. Luckily, we have more wood than we know what to do with. So there, 2. That's looking fine. And we already have the polyethylene in there. Now I just need some tin cabling. Ooh, doesn't look like I have any tin though. Ba-da-ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba-da-ba. Nope. Tin, tin, tin. Some iron, some steel. No tin. Nothing. Alright. Might need to start getting some more tin going. Starting to get a little low, eh? I can always send this through the arc furnace if absolutely necessary, but I think we'll have enough for at least one more. One little set. And there we go. Oh wait, each of these is going to need one, right? Yeah, 210. Ooh. Okay, so we need a little more. Oops. I'll use the arc furnace for this one. This is enough, I do believe. Let's make sure this actually gives us a tin ingot first. Okay, just making sure. All right. We can grab rest of you. Now, where did our rubber go? Also, I need to grab the tanks. Da, da, da. Hmm. All right. There's that. Get all those turned into wires. Now, where'd my steel drums go? Hmm. Well, I mean, I know I put them somewhere. And the bronze drums will do for now, though. Thank you, too. Need one thing of polyethylene. And I'm going to just take a guess that the rubber is in one of those steel drums. Unless if I'm totally missing something here. There's a bit of oil. benzene, there's that, there's that, there's that, there's that. Yeah, that might be a small problem. That's benzene. Steel crates. Oh wait, no, I put them over here, didn't I? Yes, I did. All right, thank you. Also, there's a ton of copper and some tin. Huh. All right. All right. Now we can put rubber in there, get these turned into cables, and we'll go from there. How many cables do we actually need here? Probably worthwhile just to go ahead and turn all of these into the tin cables, but hmm. All right. Well, let's see. 10 should be enough for all of these. Oh, yes. We can go ahead and oh, right. Okay, so we just need that. Fair enough. Let's, I guess, put those together. There's the steel wire. There's the rod. All right. We'll get this going next, I suppose. Thank you. There's that. And then it should just be a matter of that and that alongside polyethylene. Polyethylene. All right. LV machine hulls. Polyethylene is so nice. Okay, and done. So let's go ahead and get all of these done. One to there, one to there, one to there, one to there, and then finally to there. All right. Now I know that I'm still using the LV energy hatches when I could, and perhaps even should, be using MV. However, I think it's going to be worthwhile here. I hope. So we're going to go LV energy hatch. So that's bus hatch. Oh wait. Wait, yeah, no, 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 sorry, that's the energy hatch. Don't know what I'm doing. And then we needed output bus. Input bus, output bus to there. Then we need input bus, input hatch. So hatch went here. Why did I make another output hatch? Oh, I guess we have just a spare output hatch now. Oh, but I didn't make a maintenance hatch. That is one thing I didn't do. We just need one more. Go figure. All right, all right. At least it's cheap, like all the other hatches, actually. With the exception of the amount of steel that's required. The steel is kind of absurd. and there. Nope. There's that. We can do you and you. Boom. Easy. Okay. Maintenance hatch, done. We can throw that down there. Finally, the oven. Yes. Okay. Let's go ahead and grab everything else that I think we're gonna need. Probably a crowbar. There's the chainsaw. Where was this before? Sorry. That. Oh, I was so terrified from before. Okay. Does it need 3 clicks? Maybe not, but wait, what's left? Oh, screwdriver. Okay, nice. And throw all of these random things back. And there's the iron knife. I am so confused right now. Okay. Um, well, regardless, we now have our second Pyrolyse oven. Let's go. So next, we need to probably move the greenhouse, I suppose. That's probably the most important thing to get moved next. Yeah, let me just, again, clear out inventory. I just want as clean of an inventory as I can for this. Because now we're not actually making a new thing, we're just moving old things. So, work is paused. Here we go. Okay. Grab all of this. We are going to have to set back up the automation and a bunch of other things, but overall, I think this is going to be good. Take that, thank you. Yes, and tempered glass does not break, thankfully. I will say it is going to be kind of nice to not have this right here, so I can actually get in and out a little easier. Did not mean to do that, did not mean to do that. Now, of course, this is about to be moved, admittedly, but still. Once again, did not mean to do that. And that one actually is not about to be moved. Alright. And here's all of this. Hmm. Oh, and that's why we have a clean inventory. Just in case. Take the steam turbines, just to be on the safe side. Not that. Actually, you know what? We'll leave these in inventory for now. And I think I'll go ahead. No, I'll hold off. I'll hold off on that. So, let's get this built. So we're going to have pyrolysis ovens there and there. So whenever we walk in, that means greenhouse needs to go in this corner. So let's see. These are obviously going to be not accessible. So yeah, that is a definite. rest, let's see, this, or these are going to be shared. And probably not there, but here maybe. And then we have the front. Okay, so again, what do we want to be shared here? Maintenance hatch obviously can't be, but what else? Hmm, actually, I guess we can go ahead and do this. All right, there we go. That's nice. Ba. Don't really know what to do with you. Let's just put you there for now. Definitely going to be moved later. All right. Energy hatch. Absolutely not. Yeah, let's just go off the side. Input. All right. Fluid input hatch. Yeah, I actually don't see an issue with that being shared. MV input bus. Huh. I'm actually not sure about that. Greenhouse. So are these things going to be generating the same? I think so. Means I think input bus can be shared. Energy hatch. No. Maintenance hatch is an obvious no. Output bus. Also probably going to be a no. Okay. So we're going to share input and MV. So we're going to share the inputs basically. Makes sense. Uh, so with that said, let's go ahead, get all of those. And where do we want to put these? Input hatch, input bus. Input bus definitely needs to go here. I guess I technically don't even have to share a wall necessarily. It would be nice if we did, but hardly necessary. Oh wait, right. Shared wall is going to be here. Yeah, sorry. I keep getting this backwards. So this is the shared wall. Well, I mean, I guess that actually does probably go there. Let's see. Input hatch. I think I kind of like it right there. Input bus to there. This is going to be the actual input. All right, then let's see. Output bus, let's put that here for now. Maintenance hatch definitely needs to be accessible. Let's put that. You know what? Let's put that right here. Then the energy hatch. I put these one too low. Yep, yep. All right, let's raise this up ever so slightly. And there. Okay, so energy hatch to there. No, not the energy hatch. The input bus and input hatch. Input bus goes to there. Input hatch goes to there. Output bus goes to here. Whoop. And then, let's see, energy hatch. Ooh, that does feel kind of awkward. But I think it will be okay. Let's put energy. Ooh, for now, let's put energy right here, I think. Right, we'll do that. That will probably be changing later, but for now, that will be okay. Totally fine. And then we now have this. Yay. I'll perform maintenance on the thing afterward. So all that's left now is to move the boiler. Let's make sure there's nothing in here. Ooh, actually, let me set down this crate just so I'd have a little bit more space. All of this automation can go to there for later. Ow. So we're gonna do this. I want to be extra careful with the boiler because I do not want anything blowing up. Woo! That is always terrifying. Okay. Oh, these are ULV hatches? Oh, wow. ULV output hatches. That does explain a good bit. Huh. ULV input hatch, output hatch. Oh, cool. It's used in 15 different things. Um, okay. We're gonna be okay. It will be fine. Why did I use... Never mind. I was probably just being cheap. Alright. Well, the boiler is going to go over in this corner. That's obviously the middle. Bronze firebox casings. Obviously need to go alongside the walls. Ooh, that only barely fits. Um, output hatches, input hatches. I think everything goes to the top. No, they have to be on bottom, don't they? Boiler. Ooh, large steel boiler. Requires HV. Never mind. Okay. So, those go there. We had, so I did have those there probably. Firebox casing. Maintenance hatch can go on the bottom. That's good to know. Input hatch, input hatch. Alright, so they had two. I also had two. Go figure. LV muffler and maintenance. Okay, so muffler. This is not New Horizons actually. This is community pack in 1.12.2. So it is still very much GregTech, but it's not 1.7's GregTech. And it's not New Horizons, so it's not the infamous one. Let's see. Maintenance hatch can go to here. No, you know what? Maintenance hatch to the middle. Except it's going to be facing this way, right? So at the moment, I am trying to get a bunch of things moved and a little bit more organized. And why is there a zombie here? Ah, nice. I've never actually played in all the mods mod packs, surprisingly enough, but I've heard a lot of good things about it. The series in general, anyway. All right. Let's see. Input hatch? No, those definitely need to be separate. Oh, nice. Hmm. Ooh, I'm gonna need another firebox casing, aren't I? How much is a firebox casing? So, how far are you into GregTech then? Out of curiosity. Gonna be two bronze, another two bronze, and then another four bronze. So 8 bronze total, unless if I happen to have a random case lying around. But I doubt I do. Let's see over here. No. Here. No. 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 I do. Never mind. Okay. Works for me. Yeah, so I am currently in MV. Like about midway through MV. I do have polyethylene, but I don't quite have access to silicone yet. Uh, so at the moment, I'm just again trying to get everything organized. Ah, mystical agriculture. Makes sense. Let's see. Wait, so that definitely can go. And I'm still short one, aren't I? Oh, I really should have planned for this better. These go not there. Those will go there. Then let's see. That's gonna be that. Oh wait, no, actually, let's put what did they have? They had just all right, so they just had a casing. Makes sense, I guess. I will say I have definitely been enjoying GregTech a lot. Though I've been playing on this for a while. Uh, as you can see, this is episode 50. So now, admittedly, that is partly me just being a little bit on the slow side of things, but still. All right. Well, I mean, I need more firebox casings regardless at some point or another. So I don't see much of an issue. Oh, nice. I mean, to be fair, that's probably deserved given how much GregTech it takes to do anything in GregTech. But yeah, it is definitely a, I don't know, it is a lot of fun, but it is also definitely a time investment, especially if you want to talk about something like New Horizons. So this is my first full-on playthrough of GregTech, so I'm still trying to learn everything personally, which, it's it's a work in progress. Let's leave it at that. We'll go ahead and get those going. Oh right, what did I need for this? I needed it on a 4. There we go. Take the second of those. And there we go. Oh wow. I remember Tekkit. That was such a fun mod pack. I've actually been wanting to try Tekkit 2 for a while now. That is in 1.12, where they basically tried to remake the pack. That would be a lot of fun, I think. But I don't know. I've just been kind of most of my tech time for Minecraft has been GregTech. Yeah. Now, I do believe the original one is gonna be a little bit better just because there's some things that didn't get ported over to 1.12, like Buildcraft robots don't exist in 1.12, for instance. And where am I going? But they did add in, I think, a couple of other things that help fix some issues, and overall, I've heard it's supposed to be a pretty fun pack, but I haven't actually tried it or seen anyone play it. So, yeah, your guess is as good as mine for how actually good the thing is. Okay, so there. the muffler hatch. We can put the muffler hatch probably here, right? Yeah, let's see. This is going to be a wall that's not going to be accessible. Same for all of this. All right. So then, how do we want to do this? I'm not sure. Uh, bu- 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 uh, that would make sense. Yeah, no, that actually makes a lot of sense then. Okay, the input hatches going to be fluid input. We have two of them. So if these have to share walls, which, oh, maybe they don't actually. Okay. Well, if they don't have to share walls, that makes things so much easier. Let's see. Go ahead and do that. That's obviously going to be that. That's going to be that. You know what? Let's do this. All right, output hatches. Let's have the inputs here. And then I'm thinking outputs can go there. Muffler hatch, input bus. Okay, input bus can go there, I guess. Muffler hatch can go. All right, muffler hatch, I guess, can go here. Yeah, because those can't actually be casings. So we'll put muffler hatch there. And then another firebox casing there. All right. Structure incomplete. Of course. Muffler hatch, firebox casings. Oh, here. Let's try this again. Boom. Still no. Okay. That's all hatches. Maybe they can't go atop the. No, because those are output hatches. Maybe inputs have to go to the bottom. That's going to be rough if that's the case. Um, so how to do this then? I guess input hatch. No. Here, let me actually look at the quest for the boiler. Maybe it has something. Explode, right. Dedicate primitive pump with an LV output hatch in the same chunk as the boiler. Doesn't actually have to be in the same chunk. So that should be fine. All right. Let's put. All right, we're gonna put the input bus there. Gonna put input hatches. What about this? Invalid structure. Why is this an invalid structure though? Okay, let's build it from the ground up and then let's just modify from whatever it is that they have. I think that's the best plan. at the moment. So we can do so this is obviously going to pretty much remain the same. Now they had nope. Out. Not mean to do that. All right, well, we can rotate those to there. All right. They had that alongside pacing. Then they had what? Let's see. Hatch, firebox casing. So input, maintenance, muffler. Input, maintenance, muffler. So there's the muffler. Wait, sorry, that's maintenance. All right, that will be okay. And inputs goes there. Then we had something like that. Inputs, casing, and then a bunch of these. Whoop, whoop, and there we go. So it should be something like this. Does this work? That'd be wild if it does. It did. Go figure. Okay. So let's see. I think it may have been an issue with not enough casing. Also, I think all the inputs do have to be on the bottom, which is going to be a problem, to say the least. Okay, let's put those there. I'm going to shift you back one. You basically just don't get put in. And instead, let's go with, yes, muffler. No, muffler I kind of want to the top. Maintenance definitely can go here though. Input bus, uh, input hatch, and then let's do this and this. Muffler hatch, do here, whoop, like that, and then output hatch, output hatch, output hatch, output hatch. Okay, fill in the rest of this. Boom, structure incomplete. Okay, so what if we then do this? Still incomplete, still incomplete. Okay, so what if we do that, and then we put you on the bottom? All right, so the muffler hatch has to be on the bottom. Great. And we put them, really don't want maintenance at the top, but let's give her a try. Okay, so that also can't be at the top. Interesting. Huh. What about here then? I'll put maintenance like right there. No. Ah, this is going to be a problem because I only have three three of the bottom that are showing. Yeah, that's a problem. Can any of the inputs maybe go to the top? Either of them. Not that. Maintenance. Uh, Input bus? No. How about input hatch? And then bus to there? No? No. How about to the top? Input hatch? No. Okay. Oh, this is not good. Um, I guess we just have to figure out what to do with this. Do not obstruct the output. Right. But how do we not obstruct the muffler output? Uh, there's only one solution. We will have to push the boilers all up or forward a block. We push them all forward. That will give us the room in the back that we need. Now I'm probably just going to be putting the muffler hatch back there, as it's going to need the least amount of maintenance out of literally everything, and therefore is probably the easiest just to kind of set and forget. So we're going to do that. Going to put muffler right there, and we're now going to forget about it completely. So there. Da, 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 da. Let's see. Oh wait, not you. You. There, there, there. Go ahead and do this, like show. Okay. And now I'm thinking output hatches. Let's put them there, 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 and there, I suppose, for now. Could be changed later, but that's good for now. Now maintenance hatch goes there. We're gonna have one input bus, one input hatch. Actually, no. I want the hatch on this side, I think. Input bus there. And then boom. This is definitely going to be a little bit risky, but we'll be fine. We will be a-okay. So this is the old wow, wood tar line. Yep, this can all go now. Great. We can do this. Just like so. All right. Yeah, so definitely going to be shorter lines at least for some of this. Right, so there. Also have to admit, I completely underestimated how big this was going to be whenever I first started. I had no clue. I fully admit it. I had absolutely no idea. Okay. And how is our wood tar looking? Wood tar is looking fine. Okay, so next, let's go ahead and I guess figure out the actual piping system. Okay, so we already know these were for the output hatches. So probably what we're going to continue to do is going to stick that up for now, and I'll deal with that later. Also, wow, I need to recharge this. Hmm. In the meantime, let's go ahead, figure out the rest. I'm gonna go ahead and take down all of these to be reused. Not much of a point in any of them. Grab that. Superconductor. And we'll leave this theme going to these for now, though. Will be changed later, but for now it's fine. Yes. All of this is gonna go. And hopefully we can make something that's actually going to last a little while this time. Now that I have a bit of a better idea of how things are going to scale. Oh, did not mean to take out that one. Now the good news is we have so much cobalt, I don't think I'm ever going to have to worry about um needing item pipes. Literally ever. But it's everything else that has me ever so slightly concerned. So this was our water supply. Okay. We'll also probably be upgrading quite a few things as we do this. Whee! Okay, so let's start with, all right, let's start with greenhouse to pyrolyze. So we're gonna have input hatch, output bus. So that's gonna be something. And let me actually grab some cobblestone because I want to go ahead and have this planned out with the others in mind for whenever they eventually go in. I also really do need to recharge the this. So I'm gonna borrow you really quickly. Thank you. Note to self, really need to get another personal battery. All right. So that's going to be one. This is going to be a shared wall. So this is also, oh, wait. Let's make sure. Yep, we're good. We're good. All right. So there. Obviously, this is going to be an input hatch and then an input bus. Let's. We don't have any. Oh, well, yeah, we're going to need water. Okay. So I'm just going to put steel there for now. I have these backwards. Output bus. Output input hatch. Why would it let me connect? Never mind. Okay. So there's all of that, and then that's an energy hatch. Uh, Energy's TBD. So, out. All right, let's go ahead and do we want, yes, we're definitely gonna want a buffer. Um, And there goes the battery. All right, fair enough. All right. Let's make sure that I have enough room. So that's an input. This is an output. I'm thinking, let's just have these both outputs. No, 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 no. Each one of these needs to go to a separate one, right? So this one, I think it makes sense to go to that one. And then this one can go to that one. That makes sense. So we're going to have a buffer, of course. Let's just put that. All right, I'm just going to put it there, I think. So we'll have cobalt pipes to go to there. Actually, we can go ahead and make these the tin pipes, I suppose. Might as well. Or maybe it would make more sense just to go ahead and upgrade everything to cobalts. Yeah, that actually might make a bit more sense. Just upgrade all item pipes to cobalt, and then save the tin for more tin. All right, let's see, that's sodium. That's cobalt. So let's just get another stack of cobalt. Never mind, we already have a stack of cobalts. Go figure. Bending machine. We'll come back for those whenever we need them. Definitely using a lot of this jetpack though. Anyway, we're gonna do this. There we go. Output bus. Love to see it. Into bronze crates. Bronze crates will then need to go to these. Input bus, input hatch. So let's do this. This is the muffler hatch. Let's have the muffler hatch face this way. So that we can do this. Yeah. Okay. Then I think I'm just going to basically move these this away. And whoop, like this. Okay. And then hopefully that then gets divided into those two. Might need to set the thing to round robin, but that's totally fine. All right. We'll also have, oh, we could also have a place in here for saplings. Not a bad idea. All right. So that's that. Then all of the charcoal from the output buses need to be collected and sent over to the boilers. The boilers, for their part, are going to have their input buses here. That's a little high. All right, let's go get those other item pipes. Do we have any more? Yep, we have a few. Let's see. That all stays. Yep. All right, fair enough. Let's get another couple of these. You and you. Let's see. How many do we want? Let's do 36. This will surely be enough. So we can bring, oh, excuse me. We can bring these around here and let's see. You know what? Let's continue with that and let's bring them around. Oh, wait, is that high enough? Yes, it is. Barely. Okay, so I'm thinking we just have a line like this. Ooh, that's going to interfere with these, though. Okay, okay. So we can definitely move these, however, right? That shouldn't be an issue. Let's move them. Okay, let's just rethink the top here. So we're going to have, obviously, item pipe set here. Then those three are totally useless. We're also going to have some sort of a water input here, but I'm thinking that's probably going to go across the front, so that shouldn't be an issue. If that's not an issue, then definitely makes sense to have the out, at least some of the outputs here. Then let's have, you know what? Let's just do that. Kinda looks weird, but I think that makes the most sense logically. All right. With that, then we need input hatches. Shouldn't need anything for those. Output hatch is going to be wood tar. That is to be removed later. And I think that's the Powerlight 7 done. Now we just need to get water to the boiler. Somehow. Da, da, da. I think I want to upgrade everything to aluminum fluid pipes here. Just because that makes a lot of sense, I think. So here's the water line. I'm going to go ahead and begin the replacement. Because I am going to have a lot of boilers running off of this thing. And the last thing I need. Oh, right. These steel fluid pipes are actually slightly. Oh, wait. Nope, never mind. These are the larger aluminum pipes. Never mind. These are the good ones. Yeah, so let's do that. Uh, then let's grab some more. How much aluminum? No, we have a good bit of aluminum, I think. I'll grab a couple of those. Grab a couple of those. And then let's do, I guess, another 4. I think we're gonna need more than 4. Let's do 6. Wait, and if that's a small one, never mind. At least they're fast. All right. 6 more fluid pipes coming right up. A few more carrots also coming right up. There we go. Okay. So, let's see, where's my... Here we are. Oh, I think I might still need more. 3. There. Okay. Oh no. There we go. Oof. Needed a little bit more stone now. Not spend a lot. There we go. Save what steam we can. There. Okay. There's all those. Oh, and it's exactly 6. That could have been a lot worse. Okay, so we're gonna do that. And then we're gonna have this be the main with, let's see. So each of the aluminum fluid pipes transfer at a rate of 600 per tick. If we're transferring at a rate of 600 per tick, how many branches are we going to have? Let's say 3 for now, which probably means that we're going to want the small aluminum pipes, as we'd be transferring too much out of the normal steel. Yeah, I think so. So let's, I guess, do this. Okay, so we're just going to bring this on over. Oh, ow. Now, how do we want this set up? Water needs to be diverted to either side. Um, really? I'm thinking just small aluminum fluid pipes to either side, because neither of these are going to need that much water. Eh, well, maybe this. Hold up. Boiler. How much water do you use? Let's see. That tells me nothing. Ah, okay. How much water is used per boiler interaction? Uh, these don't really tell me anything, unfortunately. So surely it's not a lot, right? What's the water to steam ratio? That's the question. Because I'm going to be running this thing at max power. 32 thousandths a liter with 1 coal. Okay. Produces 32,000 liters of steam with 1 coal at 800 seconds, means it should theoretically be 4 seconds, though I really don't think that's the case. Um, all right, 200 liters a tick. This thing probably needs 800 liters, doesn't it? Let's see, pump. Primitive water pump. Let's see. We are pumping 1,000 liters a second currently per pump. Actually, maybe we have the pumps go directly to them with a water reservoir, just in case. That might make a bit more sense, actually. Ooh, let's see. This thing is in what biome? River. Ocean and river. So we should be getting 1,000 liters a second, which is good. Okay, we're going to just have this have a dedicated water pump, I think. I think that just makes the most sense. So we're going to just have a line of water pumps here. And yeah, basically we need a lot more aluminum. So we need to transfer 800 liters of water per tick. Our aluminum uh, currently transports up to 600 liters a tick, unless if we go large. So instead, let's see, fluid pipes. What can we do here? That's 600. Chrome is 210, 64. Eu Europium is an obvious no at the moment. Same with titanium, tungsten, see bronze, stainless steel, steel. I Does it have to be large here? No way, because I was running this thing through wooden and it was keeping up. So yeah, it should be fine. Yeah. All right. Okay. Hmm. Maybe we go ahead and disconnect that for now. I don't know. I actually think I'm gonna call stream a little early here. I've been streaming all week, so yeah, kind of just want a little bit of a break here. But I mean, hey, we made good progress. This is definitely a lot of good progress. Next stream, we're going to get the actual pumps hooked up. Here, let me actually sit on the pumps so I might actually remember. And yeah, thank you all so much for joining. Sorry for cutting it short a little bit early. But until next time, I will see you.